Are we ready? Well, I know I am. So, whether or not you are, it's time for another episode of the Indie Tales Game Dev live stream. Hey, my name is Adam. You are the Pixel Pals. I've already said the name of the show, so without further ado, it's time to go. Welcome, everyone, to the Thursday edition of the stream. Today, I'm not feeling very well, just a bit under the weather. Unfortunately, haven't been sleeping as well as I could be, and oh, no, it's not mute. Should be fine. Yeah, I've got this cold that's just a little bit, hanging around. Nonetheless, today has been a busy day so far. I had a chat with Thomas Brush, which will be on the internet in a few days, I suppose. And yeah, been working hard. We've got some meetings today with the team, with our sound team in particular. And yeah, I'll be doing some enemy design later today. Later today. Gosh, I'm a bit scattered because I'm reading all different information while I'm talking, which is not good. All right, let's say a big thank you to everybody who's here in chat so far. Welcome. Big thanks to Kelsky for the most recent follow and Nanmu for the most recent subscription. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, Javine. So, I have been doing some work on chapter 1, the map. Let me show you this. I've got like little lights here now over the parts where the teleporters are, which I think is nice. I don't know. I'm still determining if I like it. It's looking a little cheesy to me right now. It's not my favorite. You like it? I'm not sure about it. I'm still in two minds. I don't know why this is bright with the red, but then when I go over here, this one's green. What did I do with the shader? Or is it the sorting order of the light maybe that's making this white sit? I guess white doesn't get any brighter than white, does it? It's already white. Yeah. So these are teleport destinations. That's what they are. I guess there's a couple things we could do really quickly. I'm not going to be doing this today. If I make the frame also sprite lit, that will help as well. Hey, Ocelot. So we're going to be doing some enemy design in a little bit. But yeah, just showing what I'm working on. We're going to have Ocelot in here helping us. We'll do some brainstorming. Yeah, that's not what I want. That's the current scene. Why is that doing that? And that's not what I want either. Very annoying. Frame. Oh, I think I know what's happened. There's a few things happening here, actually. This canvas needs to be on the UI layer. That's the first thing. Second thing is that this script that tells us what color, this needs to happen when we, pretty much any time we do any kind of update. So I don't want it to happen on rescale, but I want it to happen on refresh. Particularly this bit right here. All right. So, yeah, for the first hour of this stream, right after I do this little bit, we're going to do some enemy concepting. We're going to have Small Ocelot with us, and maybe we'll just do like a little sketch session, thinking about some enemy designs. That's better, I guess. I still think it's probably too much, but what it should do over here is... Bro! Still not working. Okay, well, I failed. Why is it that this frame uses sprite lit and it's on the UI layer, but it's not taking on the light? Is it because it's an image and not a sprite renderer? That would be very annoying. Unless there's like a default lit. Aha, it is default lit. Okay, well, there you go. The hidden default lit. There you go. That looks pretty good. As like a teleport icon. I can't say I dislike it. I just don't really like what it looks like here for some reason. It just looks way worse with the red and when they're in the current scene. If we maybe leave this scene and then check it, it might look good. Yeah, I mean, that looks way better. Still not my favorite, but it looks like something at least. Maybe I should separate out the frame color from the highlight color, like maybe, or the thumbnail color. I think also maybe because the size of like the radius of this is smaller than the radius of the width of this. So maybe if the light was a lot smaller on the red level, if the light was just enough to cover the thing, I could probably do that actually. We can make it so that the radius, if we go to... Was that pixel scale I just saw? That's part of map node. Okay. And what's wrong with this? There's no argument that corresponds to the texture. Isn't there a size? Render size? Okay. That's going to be huge, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, probably too big. Okay. So that almost reaches the edge. And this one reaches past the edge. So that doesn't really work for us, does it? even though the render size... let's not use render size. It's probably nothing. Yo, buddy. That's a ban. Rendered or transformed at local scale at X, maybe? That's what they suggested. Okay, all right. Okay, that's reasonable. All right, a little bit more. At that point, we might actually be able to cancel these out. Just say half the width. Okay, or... I guess it's even smaller than that, 0.05. All right, so that's that. And then, oh. That's that, and that's that. That's good. Actually works. Mifa? I think it is Mifa's Grace. Mifa's theme. Oh, it's called Mifa's Grace. I was right. Cool. Probably want it to be slower and less crazy. There we go. Right. It's just that that track was also called... I'm pretty sure the track was called Mifa's Grace. Technically. So actually, I'm right. Because the cover that this person wrote, in that cover, they call it Mifa's Grace. All right. So let's do a quick commit on this. GameChops.com. What? How am I behind my own branch? I have to pull before I can push. Crucible glow shader. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was doing that as well. Hey, Squiggy. How's it going? We've got a meeting in a bit. we are not going to, we're going to take this and this and this, not that. We're going to use, actually all three, we're going to use we're going to use current development. Commit, go. Okay. Yo, Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Want to do some meeting? Let's do it. Okay. I can hear you very quietly though. Super quiet.
Hang on, I'm just trying a new mic since one.
Okay.
Hopefully, just give me a sec.
Yeah, I can't hear anything you're saying, only just that you are talking. All right.
How about now?
That's much better.
All right, great.
Cool. So let's do a new enemy. And I'm just going to write like a brief in the Figma doc. And then maybe we'll just do some sketching for like 20 minutes. And then we'll come together and think about what we ended up with.
All right.
Cool. So this is a wall ride enemy concept. So it needs to be enemy that can give the player the wall ride ability when attacked. This is a little tough. Parried. So what are walls that we can ride? They look like this. And I'm imagining this enemy would, as a requirement, need to be able to either exist. Sorry, no one in chat can see that. I think that they shouldn't have to be on walls to exist because it kind of restricts them way too much. But maybe we could have a state where they're on or off. You know, maybe they could be on. It's tough because in order to sort of like express themselves using the ability, you would hope that they would do it on a wall. Maybe we could have parts of the game where there's like a lot of wall, you know what I mean? Where it's not just a feature of the level, it's just like it's just there for a specific room. Maybe you could even have like levels that look like this, where you can kind of take a run up and then just run up the wall, and so in that room you could have multiple of these enemies just sort of hanging around on the surface. Let's start with this as the base case. And then, yeah, come up with some stuff. Are you happy to just sort of have a go at it?
I'll just come up with some enemy designs that could live there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to try to come up with one every 5 minutes. And I'm going to put a Pomodoro on for us. We've had spiders on webs before in the game. I'm actually not even sure if we could do another one. So I'm going to make this setting. This is going to be 20 minutes, and we're going to aim for 5 concepts. Let's go. Alrighty. That's really annoying. I drew on the background of my document. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, a lot of insects come to mind.
Same, personally. I mean, spider is an obvious one, but we'll see about that. I could repurpose the existing spider. Oh, gecko. I do have a lizard in the game already that I'm not doing much with. Oh god, I'm getting Basilisk from Dark Souls flashbacks. We actually have done a snail before as well. Well, we've got a frog in the game already. Let me have a think. I mean, goats. Something agile. Cats can do it. Could also be something that's like hanging from a pendulum. Although we do have this kind of as a mechanic already. There's the spinner from Twilight Princess. Hey, Subroot Records. How's it going? Hey, Ronnie. A penguin.
Also, centipede could be interesting as well.
I'm thinking that as I think about this, there is like a couple of different thoughts that come to mind. One is like a thing that can live on a wall, and another is a thing that can do like a parkour step along a wall into like an attack. And the things that live on the wall tend to be a bit more sedentary or just like a bit less dynamic, whereas these things are more like terrestrial things that are using the wall for leverage. So I wonder if it's something that we could have it be, something that's sort of dwelling, like something that could dwell in a cave that just happens to be very good at navigating around walls.
Yeah, maybe they have their own exclusive walls as well, just for their habitat.
It could be like a monkey.
Yeah, it is tricky. Something that clings to walls, but also dashes as an
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah. Let's have a look at. I mean, definitely like a roly-poly is something we could do. Like a beetle. But then it rolls up into a ball. I'm just trying not to make this thing's ability to just be the hedgehog, basically, but on a wall.
Yeah, I'm seeing what kind of animals would fit like parkour. Yeah. I mean, I feel like gecko is kind of an easy-ish one, but
Yeah, it's not bad actually. I'm not against it.
we can always have some kind of spin on it as well, like a, like Avatar where it's a gecko or something. A combination of, or hybrid of animals of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When I think about, I think we're almost, how much time do we have? 9:49. I think in the context of a level, this thing probably, it might have to be something that's just got 1 HP and is like a hazard. Like it's the way we would design it. It's either going to be something that you can duel or something that you can't. And if it's something that you can, then it needs to be able to stand on the ground on 2 feet and fight you, like the marten, which is quite a lot. Otherwise, if it's just like a thing that passes between 2 points that you have to, it just goes back and forth on a loop.
Yeah, maybe it could be like the dragonfly, like something that can take flight, but it's not harmful when it's flying. But if there's a wall, it can do some kind of dash along the wall. If it's like it could be like a simple enemy, just simple states like that.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if it even needs to be aware of the player. It could just be a thing that just moves left to right in space.
Oh,
you know,
okay, yeah.
And that's it. That's all. It's literally just like a hitbox that's moving around, and we would give it, a cool animation, but that's all it does. I don't know, because at a certain point, unless it's literally flying, how complex should the interaction be? Because if you're fighting it, like if it's on a wall, you're doing air combat to fight it, in which case most of the air enemies in the game right now don't do that much, because like if you can knock an enemy out, then they tumble. And would this thing tumble? If it does it fall to a point where it can die? Like, where does it, I guess, yeah, going into the tumble state means it has to be able to be okay landing wherever, so that it can run back to where it started or where it needs to go. So that whole like class of enemy, I think there's a bit of a bridge to gap if we're comparing them with, if we're taking like the Marten and putting it in the air. I think I haven't solved a lot of how that would work.
Yeah, does sound complicated. It could be, like a simple enemy class then that just dies in one hit.
I think that might be, and we could do, I mean, these are basically my spiders in the game right now. They're literally, that's how they work. Not that I use them, but I have 2 points and the spider moves along the points. That's it.
Yeah, could like a timing thing. They just move on a timer.
Yep. I could give it, if we follow exactly how the player ability works, Armin he runs along the wall, and then at the end he does like a spin move that's like got a flame element to it. So maybe maybe there's something we can do with this thing. If it's a gecko, I would have the gecko yeah, I think maybe we just make this one easy. Just going to design some more stuff. Could have the enemy itself be like top, sort of almost like top down. So it could move on the 2D plane. Off the wall.
I was also thinking maybe it can move along the background of a wall, and if it wants to reach another section of wall, that's when it uses the ability to leap across. And maybe that's where the hitbox is.
Well,
It's inverted of what the wall ride is, but
yeah, because you don't cross gaps of walls, you cross the walls.
unless that gap crossing portion is the, I guess, that spinning attack at the tail end of the wall ride.
Hmm. You'd have to draw how that works. Show it to me.
All right. I did draw something, but I'll try to draw it better.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Yo-Yo Bob, how's it going? Yeah, so I could see this being an enemy that sits in the size of a box. And I wouldn't make it... Well, it could make it procedural. That wouldn't be too hard. But I would make it like this. And you could give it basically two kinds of walk. And then you can flip and mirror those to be whatever you want. So you can take that and you can rotate it to there. And then you can take this. And that lets you flip and rotate those to there. Now you have 8 directional movement. If it's fully top down, you can do it in literally two animations. And if it can only move in cardinal directions, then it's one animation that you just rotate 90 degrees. Okay. And its attack, I imagine, we could just make it do like a red. Maybe its face is like pointier.
I was imagining if it does do like a spin attack for the tail end of the wall ride, it might maybe its tail grows and that's what the hitbox comes from, like it's a sword, or it acts like Armin's sword. But,
yeah, I was thinking that. I'm just not sure if it's gonna spin. Like if it, let's say we're standing here and then it sees us, here, and now it's time to do its attack. Does it do it spinning towards us, or does it run towards us and then spin once?
Yeah, I think it would try to run towards us, and then when it's in an ideal range, it'll do the spin.
I'm not against it. Okay, maybe we try that. So then we would need, let's just take, I'll take all of it.
And I think it it could use the that spin attack to bridge those gaps between walls, maybe.
Yeah, that
as
part I'm not following. Maybe you'll have to share the screen or paste something in Discord with me for me, because I don't. For me, like the wall is the gap, like the gap that you need to cross is where the wall is. So if it's already able to walk along the walls, what are we talking about? Gaps between walkable walls?
One sec.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to sort out this mic at some point, but yeah, just let me draw it out. Yeah, so basically that kind of gap. So if it were to try to get from the left to the right, as it's doing a dash, it'll naturally just do that spin across the gap where there's no background wall.
But then are we modeling a player behavior with this, or is this just a separate thing that it can do?
I think as a separate thing, if it's like a environment hazard type of behavior, like we mentioned before, like if it's not reacting to the player at this point, maybe under certain conditions, and other times where it focuses on the player, and that's when it behaves differently.
Yeah, I'd be careful because I feel like with a lot of these character designs, these enemy designs, the point is that the enemy is sort of showing the player what they can do with the ability. So if it can do something that the player can't, it kind of is teaching the player the wrong thing a little bit. Like if the player can't cross these gaps using the ability and they see the enemy doing it, that they'll have to learn that the hard way if we make the enemy able to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because the player would kind of be able to do that, but I guess it's just the innate nature of the gecko or whatever the enemy it is. It just kind of always exists on the wall.
But like this crossing the gaps, because you've got the walls that you can, that like in this context up here, these are places you can stand on, and this isn't. So the thing that we're showing the player is there is an enemy that can cross these gaps in where you can stand by using the wall as a path. So if we break that path, now the wall is just sort of attached to the ground, and we still haven't given the player, like, how does the player solve this problem if the ability doesn't
Ah,
work?
well, I guess I didn't really see it as an obstacle that the player needed to traverse necessarily. Like they could just jump over it, I guess. Um,
Right.
but I see what you mean. Mm.
Yeah, I think we've got enough already. I feel like we're already there. Like it's just a lizard that can walk along the walls. If it sees the player, I was actually thinking we could make it doesn't matter what direction it moves in. Like we could make it either go left or right, or we could have some that are just, we could have a level that's just like this, and it's just able to move between any random set of points or anywhere. It can just set a position and just walk to that position along the wall. And then we would just set the behavior as like either A and B, like here's your patrol points, or free roam. And then if it sees the player, it just darts toward them and then does that little spin move at the end. I feel like that's
Yeah,
it.
that sounds good.
Give it 1 hit point. The only other thing would be, I mean, that makes it very much like the B, which I'm fine with. Maybe there would be like some sort of scurrying away after it attacks you or something. How would it, like, just to reset that engagement?
And at which point would it be vulnerable? Just for attack at any point or only certain
Yeah,
points?
I think at any point. I don't think it needs to be more than that. I just feel like combat is just not viable enough in the air right now for us to need more. Unless like we make it that when you attack it, like normally, maybe it has like 3 hit points worth or something like that. So like when you attack it, it's sort of like does like a special hurt where it more just like bounces away. It just like you like attack it and it like darts back away up the wall and then reattacks you. Or maybe we could have something where it, yeah. This feels like a different enemy, I think, what I'm describing now. This feels like maybe if it was like a beetle, you could have like a thing where you have to hit it 3 times. Like the juggle ball or something like that. We could do that later. And that could be like a yellow ability. But for now, yeah, I feel like this is fine. Like I think we just can throw these guys in here and they'll go in easily and it won't be a challenge for us.
Yeah, and then we can develop it further once we can see what it can do and if we need
Yeah,
to.
I'm actually not even that concerned about like making it have, like, there are enemies that can be simple and we can have a lot of diverse enemies that are simple, and then we can have enemies that are complicated and they can have a lot more stuff. I don't feel like every enemy needs to be duelable in terms of combat. So yeah, I'm happy to do this. Let's just go from here. We've got like 15 minutes before I've got to jump off. So maybe I'll just do some sprite concepts too.
Okay.
You can do it too if you want.
Sure.
I actually have an enemy that's already in the game that's that we could use a lot of the existing ideas for. That is it's like a lizard that is a spike hazard. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, the one that camouflages?
Yeah, we could literally just take this concept and appropriate it. So we could give them spikes. We could make them, instead of hanging upside down like this, we could have them on walls. So they could be either like mostly camouflaged. I even have the tail whip.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that could work. What do you still want this enemy to behave as it is now as well?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool too.
Just if we wanted to give it one extra little thing.
Yeah, maybe when you knock it off the wall, then it goes into that base behavior.
Oh no, I wouldn't use any of that stuff, any of that
Oh.
logic. It's more just like the idea that it can be camouflaged and that you can run into it and take damage if you're not careful.
Ah, I see.
And it would just be on the wall. Dude, geckos are so weird looking. I'm trying to keep it as square as possible, the footprint. Because if it's going to pivot, if it's going to turn around, it might need to be quite... might need to be able to do that quickly. Okay. This is a little tougher than I had expected to get something interesting out of it. Maybe if I push the angles a lot harder, might be nicer.
I'm kind of happy with one of the designs.
Yeah?
I'll I'll
Let's have a look
post
at
it on.
them.
Yeah, one sec. I've had to put this mic to push to talk because I don't know why it's not picking up my voice. Otherwise, I'll have to sort it out later. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
I'm able to hear you okay. I think.
Yeah, I think only because I'm using push to talk now, which
Oh, I
kind
see.
of a bit cumbersome. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, hang on. Where is Figma? My mouse pointer makes it look like almonds, making that angry symbol unintentionally.
the little vein.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. We're on a pretty similar track here. You've been copying my work.
Yeah, I just inverted it. So that looks different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Would you? What can I do? Maybe. I think I'm pretty comfortable with moving forward with this, but I got to jump off to chat with Elias. So I think I know where I would want to take the design a little bit further from here. So maybe I could definitely give you something maybe like after, like at the end of the day, or like in an hour or so, a couple of hours. I feel like I could give you like a starter walk animation and an idle, and maybe even, I don't know. I feel like we can get pretty far soon.
Yeah, that's fine. I can talk to you. I'll be around today, so whenever is fine.
Okay, cool. Do you have other things that you can be doing in the meantime?
Yeah, just a couple of other idols I was just tinkering with.
Cool.
I can keep working on that.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Luca.
All right. No worries. Talk to you later.
See ya. I think we have a meeting. One sec, pals.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. We just concepted a new enemy on stream, which is good. Might need a little bit more work, but it is what it is. It's coming together. How about you?
I'm doing good. A lot of cooking.
Yeah,
So
70 more
Thanksgiving for
sounds for an even 100. Let's. Can I have a taste of the broth?
Oh, I meant like literally cooking.
Oh, literally cooking. Oh, hell yeah! What are you cooking?
Just preparing some desserts for. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow
Oh yeah.
for us.
Yep.
Which we don't like. We're not huge on Thanksgiving, but you got to do something.
Yeah, sure. It's like a. Is it a national holiday? Has to be, right?
I think so.
And what kind of desserts did you say?
I'm making cookies and a like custard pie.
Yum.
Bugatsa, it's called.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've had much. I'm assuming is it Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've had much Greek desserts unless they're the ones that like there's such an overlap between a lot of Lebanese desserts and Greek desserts.
A lot of it is, yeah. And a lot of Greek desserts are actually Turkish.
Right. Yeah, we're probably both
Yeah,
ripping off the
which
Turks
I
there.
won't.
Is it a lot of pastry stuff? Like
Yeah, like stuff wrapped in pastry.
yeah. Yep. What do we have? What is it called? I know they have it in Greece too. Oh, I'm fully blanking right now. It's gone. It'll come back to me tonight at 11 p.m. Cool. Okay. So, do you have any sound effect updates for me?
Yeah, I just pushed the teleporting sounds
Oh, sweet.
and I did a bunch of fixing up for those broken sounds in the Crucible.
Oh, cool.
I should note that one of the cutscenes is broken.
Yep.
For some reason I haven't figured out why yet, but the teleporter sounds work everywhere except for the first time that it happens in where the old man is.
Right. Okay. Let me have a listen to. I just got to figure out some of this stuff. What am I doing? Crucible teleport return sequence. I have made it difficult because I was editing some of those scenes too, and I don't know what the easiest way is. Can I merge these? Oh, just the file ID? Oh, okay. That's nothing crazy. I actually have no idea. What is the conflict? Oh,
I don't know. This is the one that was broken.
Right. Well, maybe it was
maybe
something to do with this.
That negative file ID.
I was, you know what? Subroot records. I was thinking of baklava.
Yeah.
Teleport. This is remote. Timeline remote. And then this is local. This is the return sequence in. Okay. I'm just going to go with local.
Yeah, that sounds probably has a better chance of working.
I don't actually know how to like do it. How do I take it? complete later. And then the prefab for the teleporter. I feel bad. I feel concerned about taking my changes because I don't know what you changed.
I think the only changes were just references on the sound effect on the prefab.
Just the references. Oh, that should be okay. If I can just what's the word?
If you
Use them
like
on my
take yours
like
and then just
re-implement. Yeah. One sec. What about item box? I'm just gonna take all mine, and then we'll figure it out.
I don't think I changed it. That might be one of the cases where it's like it shows up as a change on mine, and then when you go to inspect it, it's like the diff is empty.
Right. Okay. Let's have a listen. So we're going to probably here. And then if I go to, are we looking for the return sound specifically?
Both.
Oh, going in and out?
Re-implement, going in and out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is in the teleporter then?
Although these you should probably reassign them first.
Yep. Gotcha.
Because these were in the...
So where do we have them right now? I guess we would have them in these sequences. Is that right?
It should be on the teleporter script.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have to refresh. That's a lot of things that I didn't expect to have to import just now. I'm not seeing any events on the teleporter. Maybe I need to, I wonder if I can try to like bring it over. I guess I've already technically merged. What is the right way to do this? I guess I could try and just bring the code over, the script differences. If I go here and then I check out the changes and then I check out where is sound design? Here. Okay. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a sec. Teleporter prefab. Maybe if I go to the teleporter script. I wonder if any of that got brought over. Nothing. Okay, I totally didn't bring any of it over. Okay, let's... Can I open this? Does that work? Or can I like just... Maybe I could just do this. This is pretty rough, but that's not going to be smart. Wait a second. Let's try that again from the very, very top. Sorry, I'm just not focused today. What's a good way to do this? So definitely I want to bring these in. I'm just going to manually do it. And then I want to take this, There probably is a smart way to do it this way, but... And then I want to take this and then go put them right where you put them, right there. Okay. Were there many other changes in scripts? I guess there would have been, but I don't know if they would have conflicted. Cool. Was there also a teleport in sound
Yes.
effect? There it is. Okay.
Yeah, and those events are
Like that?
fast travel, teleport in and out.
Perfect. Cool. And those just play... oh, you had these playing on the timelines, right?
Yeah, the teleport in is just a one shot that there's 4 versions of for the different colors. Teleport out is a bit more complex because it like loops
Yeah.
for
So it's this and it's this. And you want for both of
And
these...
this was the issue that I had where somehow every time I tried to assign these, the script reference was always
always
nulling out.
Yeah, this happens to me actually a lot, where Unity will allow you to assign something inside of a prefab instance, like right here. That's what we've just done. We've just assigned it in the instance of the prefab, and then when you go in the prefab definition, and then when you go to the prefab instance, it will just pretend like there is no prefab version, and it'll go, okay, now assign it. So I don't know if that's like a Unity bug or if that's the intended behavior, but it is really annoying, right? Especially when the reference that you need is inside the prefab.
Are these assigned to the teleporter or the scene link?
To the teleporter right now. Is that where they should go? This was for this one here? Or are we trying to put
I mean the mono behavior.
The mono behavior for... Oh, I see. Oh, that's really annoying too. Yeah, there isn't there. You have to do like properties on this, I think. Oh no, there is a way to do this. Properties, but it's not properties. It's you can lock this and then do a new inspector. And then go here. And then, sorry, that was a good call. This thing that I've built is annoying in this way, in that you need to do it that way. Did you find a way to get around that, or were you doing what I just did now?
Most of the time, I would just drag in. I would lock the timeline window, then go up to the teleporter and drag the script from the like the big main inspector.
Yeah.
And just drag it onto the timeline.
Oh, okay, and that worked.
And then it would,
Oh, sweet.
Except for this scene.
Okay. Well, let's hope that's okay. And then I noticed on this return, this doesn't have the event. Is that because I didn't merge it in?
The return secret.
It's teleporting in.
I think maybe, yeah.
Let's have a look.
Let me just double check.
Yeah, if I... let me just take...
Yes.
I'll have a quick think. Is there anything here that I need? I don't think I did anything to this. So let's reset the file to the state at this commit. I hope this makes sense. This... the logic on this, that the wording was very... Oh, there it is. Very nice. Cool. And then we want to do the same thing, right?
Yeah. Well, is it not already set?
No, it died. So I got to do the same thing. Lock this. Go to here. Probably should still bring another one anyway. Inspector. Oh, where did that go? You. Oh, and then this is going to break when I leave the scene. When I leave this, that would be so annoying if that doesn't work. Oh my gosh. How frustrating. And we're going to have to do that on every scene? That's so dumb.
Well, I managed to do it on the prefab and it worked for
Everyone except this one?
every other scene. Yeah, so I'm wondering if there's like a prefab override.
You would think so, but I've checked
Something
it and
going
there's
on.
I don't think that there is. Let's have a little look. Ah, that was okay. And that's okay. So it's just the return version. Oh, and that is okay. Oh, okay. It's fine.
Oh,
Great.
fantastic.
All right. So let's play them. Yeah, cool. And then why can't I see the other one? Am I blind? Why is it not here? Entry, old man, teleport, return. That's so weird.
Huh.
Ooh. That's so good. But maybe we're a little late. That could be my fault.
Oh yeah, the timing is a bit tricky on the ending there.
It might just be like there.
It should be a little bit before the flame extinguish animation starts.
Back here.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this. It didn't show up in the causality. That's so weird. I've never seen that before. Looks pretty good to me. Maybe a little bit. Maybe you were right. Even further.
Yeah, I have it at 4:45.
Starting at 4:45. Like all the way over here.
No,
Or ending at 4:45.
I guess that's
Oh, do you know what?
10 ticks before the...
Did I reset this to your... I wonder if there's some sort of a merge, because I think I might have made this shorter. Let's have a think.
Yeah, probably shorter.
Well, let me try it like this. I'm feeling like and this is something where I wonder if we can get a version of like a custom clip thing for specifically like Fmod stuff so we can see the waveforms here. That would be great if we could do that. Do you have, I guess you've got, because you've got a script here, you're probably doing end teleport out SFX.
Yeah, the regular default Fmod events do play the sound, like when you preview them in the timeline. So it's pretty easy to test out the timing there.
I see.
But unfortunately, yeah, if you need to set any parameters from stuff outside of the timeline,
Did we do a special Insignia Fmod state track? What does this do?
I think this is for like setting music parameters.
I think this is setting any clip. I think Fmod state clip with an event, and then is music as a toggle. So you must be able to do something, but then like there's no parameter here. But would it, if I was, what's missing from this that you would want in order to do this?
I would need access to the fast travel meta in order to set the ensign color.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's just leave it at that then. All right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it'll get a little.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was just wondering when you feel like the lineup should happen there. If we go away and then press play. So I think maybe the visual was early then. This is probably the worst way to do this. Or would you go even later than that? You had it later?
I had it 10 steps before the start of the extinguish animation.
Right. Okay. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like
5.
if you zoom all the way in, you can kind of, yeah.
Like there. That's 348.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Okay, cool. That's pretty much where I would have put it, I think. The sound's great. Yeah, cool.
Thanks.
Awesome. And the return, we heard that already. Cool. Is there anything in the merge that came through that I need to, that I haven't reviewed, that I should look at?
There are in the same scene, the like map burst
Oh, yeah.
scene.
We're already at this, you're already that far
they
ahead.
had like old sounds and broken timings.
Mm-hmm. One sec. I got to go into. Well, I don't need to do that, but it makes it easier if I do. That's cool. Is that? Oh, wow. You're hard coding it, but it sounds really good. Did I do that?
Maybe. I think, yeah, those are triggered in script. So I think if there were scripts that you didn't.
Yeah.
That you like kept from your version.
Yep. Oh, the sound effects make it so compelling. Cool. Are these supposed to have sounds yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm noticing like I'm creating, there are some wrinkles here in that I like wherever the visual doesn't exactly match what I was planning, because I've still got stuff to do on it. Obviously you're not going to know. So far it's pretty good, but I'm just noticing where it could disconnect if I'm not being really clear about what I'm planning on doing. Okay, let me go and fix what I broke. So you're saying this, or is it inside of burst?
It's inside of the ensign world burst.cs. Yeah, there you go.
These guys.
Yeah.
I wonder how those got lost.
Get you the names.
Oh, I must not have. I think the whole scene I must not have kept. Small burst or map burst?
In Discover Crucible.
Yep.
Yeah, map burst for the first one,
And small for the rest?
and then ensign map fly out 1, 2, and 3.
Ah, okay. Fly out 3. Fly out 2. Fly out 1. Let's have a listen. Hey, Affix, it's Fork, which is like Source Tree. That's probably me too, right? Oh, nice. So good. So I might have this be a little bit more inflamed, but for now it's good.
Okay. The anvil
Yeah. Yeah.
igniting.
Yep. Well, right now that sort of ambient glow is just an effect that I use for a lot of different things. It's pretty close, but yeah. Oh, dude, the sounds just like add so much value to the visuals. Like it's like a.
I'm glad.
It goes from being like a thing that looks like something to just being the thing. Cool. All right. Well, I'm happy with those for sure. No notes.
Great.
Do you have anything else I should be mindful of or checking out? Or that I might have broken?
Could you just check in the very beginning of that cutscene? Or I guess
Yes.
don't play the cutscene. Just play the scene with the light thing hovering.
The 3 heading out in the opposite directions. I think that one we didn't have a sound for. Is it this? No.
Oh, and before the map
Yeah, I think so.
mappers.
It's this, right?
We have an old sound effect where they did something similar.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll fit.
I mean, I'm happy to like. I haven't actually given a lot of thought to whether or not I even want those to be doing what they're currently doing right now. Maybe we'll just leave it, because before they were like sort of separating out into the current level, but currently they should still ascend into the, up. So maybe it's not worth trying to pick up on that. Did you want me to press play anyway, or was there something that I missed?
Yeah, I just wanted to check if there's something there that you have on your version. Okay, no, it isn't.
It's all good?
Yeah, so there should be a...
Seems to be an error.
I mean, this might be... I can honestly just redo these. It'll probably be quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, there's... Sorry, I should explain what I'm talking about.
Go on.
On the white light burst thingy before the cutscene starts, it plays that like shimmering very quiet while you're in the scene standing near it.
Yep.
And then when you start the cutscene, it grows and grows and grows. As opposed to being silent as it is now.
Right. Okay, how about this?
That's like I can just re-add the component to it. I need
Okay.
to
All right. What if I...
take up your time.
Sure. If I just commit this now. I have to rename these. They're all the scenes are named something different now to what they actually are because they've changed so often. Okay. I'll push it now, and then I won't touch this scene for the rest of the day, and I'll let you do it, and then I'll merge it right after you're done.
Sounds good.
So that I won't screw it up. Okay. How are you going in terms of other scope? Have I left you with anything else to do, or?
Yeah, we have the frog and
Yep.
and the ship ambience.
Sweet. Perfect. Okay. Well, all right. I'll catch you early next week then.
Yeah, sounds
All right.
good.
See you, Elias.
I'll see you.
Alrighty. Let's play some music back again. Ah, chat, I'm so tired. My sinuses are not playing nice. What is going on here? I just am stuff. I'm just like congested. Like I just can't breathe properly, and I can't. I just got a headache from it, and it's making me like foggy and unable to think straight. Making simple mistakes. Alrighty. Well, I'm still proud of what's happening and what I'm doing and what the team's doing. And I feel okay. I just need to rest. Hey, Ruby. The new demo is getting pretty close. We will be able to do a playtest. It's completable right now. Which is good. It doesn't make a lot of sense yet. There's like one more thing that maybe next week we'll do an early playtest. Maybe that would work. Yeah. Soon. TM. All right. Oh. Yay. Archaeology got signed off. So we'll be doing a bit more work on that probably early next year or next month or something. But for now, the majority of it is signed off, which is great. Okay, let's do some more work on this little guy. My only thing about it is this dude, if I copy him and paste him, right, and then rotate him 90 degrees, I guess I'm just concerned about what happens if, take this, ding ding. Why is it flattened? So let's say its body is the center of that thing there. The question is, if I do this to that, is that weird? It's not that bad. Especially if it interpolates halfway. as a diagonal like that. You know, if we put the head here and then we anchor it around the head. Or we'll anchor it around the butt. No, you'd want to anchor it around center of mass, pretty much always. I mean, spiders turn that way. I don't know if, pretty sure most animals have a turning circle. Like a gecko like this would probably be walking forwards and turning, or like folding on itself. But like the head is always moving first. And the front legs are sort of climbing, and then the back legs are just following with the spine curving. You know. So I'm a little concerned that because of its size and shape, there's not a lot of scope for detail. It's just not very interesting compared to like all the other enemies in the game. If I put it in screenshot, like, does it even hold up? Maybe we wouldn't use this much blue on something that was technically in the mid-ground or foreground. I guess it's not bad. Excuse me. What do you think, chat? I almost feel like if we could somehow make the head and the tail, like, I almost feel like the tail is the star of the show here a little bit. If we make it more scuttly. Yeah, we can add a shadow, but I'm not concerned about that right now. Maybe if we make it a little rounder. Maybe only 2 spikes instead of 3. Yeah, I don't think I'll keep the red because it's going to use the red as a special ability anyway. So we can't really rely on it. Otherwise it'll be too obvious. Like it'll be too similar. Not obvious, but you know what I mean. Too simplistic. And I think this is just annoying me. I don't really want it to be that symmetrical. Doesn't have enough personality. Immediately better. It's like that gecko Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, that's so much better. I don't know why I even bothered with that. All right, so I mean, brown is the obvious one to go to. But I'd rather pick like a challenge that we have here. One sec. I think a challenge that we have here is that with a lot of these enemies, the color should come from the ability. But then if you don't want to use red, green, blue, or yellow, then you end up just with cream and brown and gray. I'm okay with maybe I'm okay with gray. We can work in some other colors in there. That's cool. Because of this? I mean, it's probably going to look like a crab. By some measure. Give it a horn on its head, maybe. Hey, Swizz. Thank you so much for gifting those subs. Maybe the spikes should be on the edges of these shapes that it's got. I think that's better. Yeah, dude. And do we go as far as making them white or... I think I'm a little concerned about the shapes being a little bit muddy. I think 2 toes is probably enough. Like a chameleon. Looks a little bit like skull and crossbones. And I think we could probably do this as well. It's getting clearer. I'm definitely feeling more comfortable about it as we go. We have a meeting. I think it's at 4. Yeah, okay. Phew. Okay. Like this, maybe? I mean, those are really nice colors, but it can't be green. It's such a shame that I can't friggin' tell what it is. I can't read my sprite. I think that works. That's much better. They are, yeah. But I don't know how to make them look any different. Do you know what I mean? And still have them be animatable. And in a way, the skull and crossbones is kind of on purpose. Like I noticed it and I leaned into it. Part of it's because I've tried to compress it into more of a square shape. Yeah, I don't want it to look that much like a skull and crossbones that you literally see one. Yeah, it's just like you got a lot to do there, and it's not like it's not a poison enemy, you know. So then you got to also make sure you're not tricking people into thinking like it's. Yeah, I agree. Faceless name. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once it's animated, you won't notice this stuff. Just the tiniest changes. I mean, it's definitely heading into green territory right now. Ooh. Yeah. I just really don't want to have it be like the shape. What do? We go back on this. We just make them nubs. It will definitely do that faceless. Yeah. It's tough. We just go for the two-tone maybe. The two-toner. Yeah, and then maybe we just don't with this. Maybe we could go like another color here. But these ones are progressively more yellow. Kind of looks like my thorns. I think being able to follow that line probably helps it. Which is a shame because I really liked what I was getting before. Bit of a cassowary horn. This enemy is going to walk along walls and attack you by kind of like attacking, like, what's the word? Rushing you. It still feels to me like the spikes should be a bigger part of its identity. What do you think, chat? It attacks by, if it touches you, you get hurt by it. But also it'll have like a move where it'll do like a spin, like a, and hit you with the tail. Just like a once, you know, like this. I went the wrong way. Dude, I'm so out of it today. I can barely think straight. I'm really struggling. Ending the stream and going to bed. Probably. But I got a meeting in 10, so we'll do that first. Do you have the channel points for it? If it's your first time here, probably not. Yeah, I don't think so. Not today. Sorry. Too direct. And it's your first time here. Hey, NZ. It's all right. I'm not feeling very well. I'm just a bit sick at the moment. Got some kind of a cold, and it's just been affecting my sleep all week. So I'm just not really thinking straight. Yeah, I had a filming of a podcast today that went pretty well, all things considered. I don't think it was even that obvious that I was not feeling well. So I'm happy about that. It was first thing in the morning. I was feeling a bit better than I am right now. He usually leaves it about a week or so. I've got to send some footage through of the game so they can have it as B-roll. How's that looking? Is it clear now? I might need, for this specific enemy, to do a special kind of shadow that looks like this. So that it's obvious that it's on the wall and not floating in space. I'm going to take a quick break and we'll come back in a little bit. It comes together pretty quick, doesn't it? I want to be able to do this, you know, for the game, for the rest of the game, just like a week enemy. It used to be like 3 or 4 weeks. For me personally, if I can get, 12 of these out, we can do some bigger ones, If it's just the animation budget that makes it more expensive, we have the team for that. Oh. All right, I'm taking a break. Be right back. Yo, we're back. We're going to jump into some music. Yo, chat. We're just going to wait a little bit for Morgan, and then we're going to have our music meeting. I think she's exporting something, so maybe I'll just keep the music up a little bit. This is looking okay. It's definitely a case, I think, of, where we have more pixels to play with, things get easier. And certainly larger enemies are easier to just to design around and with and through. I guess I really don't want to go much. I could go taller, but I don't think I could go much longer. We could almost double the height of this enemy.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just a bit under the weather, actually.
I can hear it in your voice, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's kind of just hanging around. I don't really feel like I'm, a lot of times you sort of get sick and it hits you on one day, and then you have like 3 or 4 days where it gets better and better and better until it's gone. This has kind of just been like day 1, barely recognizable. Day 2, I don't think I'm sick. Day 3, or maybe I'm coming down with something. And today's day 4. So I don't know. It's sort of just a slow, annoying burn. So
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, not much I can do about it. I'm actually going away tomorrow for the weekend. So hopefully I can drive where I need to go without it being an issue. But yeah, it is what it is. All right. Should we listen to some music stuff?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I've got these two. I've been playing around with a bunch of ideas. These are the most formulated, and they're kind of the same idea, just 2 different renditions. So the first one, if I remember the order, is sort of when the melody was a bit less clear, but I sort of was playing around with the accompaniment vibe and a rhythmic feel. And then the second one is where I was sort of trying to clarify the melody, and it's a bit more subdued in terms of energy. But that's all I need to say to preface it.
Sweet. All right, here comes the live react. That's interesting. I'm gonna listen to it a couple of times here because I want to listen to all the different parts.
Okay.
there's a lot there. It's not that dense of a track, but I feel like the ideas are really clear. The vocal lead is an interesting take. I never entered my mind that we would go that direction. I feel like I'm not against it. I think if we built up to it, like have it come in, I don't know if I would have it through the whole track the way that it is now. And I wonder if we would want to have it not be necessarily a solo, like have there be a few voices or some kind of, I don't know, yeah, one or two at least.
Yeah, it's partly a result of me just exploring melodies vocally.
Yeah.
It was just easy. It sort of came easier, but not necessarily that I would pick that
hmm
instrument. But yeah,
Well, it sounds good. Good voice.
thanks.
Yeah, and I actually quite like I don't even know if I might have to listen to it again, but it felt like the musical space that we were in, the structure of it was nice too. It's probably not. I want to listen to it one more time. Sorry. I like the way that the string accompaniment is kind of like getting stronger and then ebbing away. I quite like that. Um,
Mm,
it's a, it's it's really compelling. Even if somehow we didn't use any of this, I almost feel like this might be a really good track for like the dream sequence, almost or aspects of this,
oh
because
yeah.
there's kind of like a tidal way about it, and it's kind of dreamy. I mean,
Mm,
the marimbas for sure put us in like, and the reverb puts us in cave territory right now. Um,
mm.
but there's a lot here that's interesting. I like it. Let's go to the next one. Hmm. Hmm. Another very dreamy track. I think from here, my direction would be I want to hear a little bit more earthiness, and I want to hear a bit
Yeah.
more like um, rhythm and like a
Yes.
percussive kind of groove to it. Um, I I I would add that stuff and keep working at this stuff, um, and see where we end up.
Mm,
Yeah, this is some
yeah.
really cool stuff. Like, I'm just wondering, like, if the brief should give way to where you're headed, or if I should insist a little bit. For now, I guess I just want to see more textures, like, or more palettes
Yeah.
musically. Um, because even if I was to say this is amazing, I wouldn't want it to just be this. I'd want to see a few different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
cool.
Yeah, I think there's definitely room for a lot more textures and instruments in there. And yeah, a more of an active feel. Like it does feel very sort of ethereal at the moment,
Yeah.
which yeah, I do feel like it's missing that
hmm
aspect.
Cool. This is really cool. I might listen to it a few more times offline, to see if I can. Sometimes it's like if something deserves to be heard, you should find a space for it. Um, yeah,
Mm.
cool. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no worries.
How are you feeling about it? Have you had like a lot of time? Has it been difficult? Where are you at so far?
Um, with this track
Yeah.
particularly. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I played around with a couple of ideas, but yeah, I'd like to keep experimenting. Um, yeah, I was sort of trying to find well, I was playing around with general vibes, but then also just trying to find a melody. Um, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot more exploration still to be done.
Cool. Okay. And just generally, just because I feel like at some point we probably need to get to like a a point where the tracks that we've started have like an end to them.
Mm,
Um, is that something where you feel like if we have more like clear points in the game where it needs to go, that it would be easier to sort of tie off the bow in those instances? Like say with the Hunden stuff,
yeah.
would you prefer if I say, okay, this is the scene where that needs to go, um, model it for this?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful in terms of being a clear endpoint for it.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough. It's all good. I feel that way too. I'm just trying to think about how uh, how I make as much progress in that area as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm really trying to get through this demo quicker, but putting more time into it seems like I need to make sure that I have like an endpoint as well, so that I can flip back over to chapter 2, because it's eating
Mm,
into a bit of my time. But I'll try to focus on scenes to which we can put music against uh, end of this week and through next week.
yeah. Was
Cool.
there anything for I think you mentioned there might be some stuff for the demo, more stuff
Mm,
music-wise.
yes. Um, certainly we have like a mini boss fight that I'd like to have in there. This track is, I mean, the fight is a Hunden fight, but I don't know if the track
Mm,
ought to be specifically Hunden related, because there might be other times where we have mini boss fights against anything. Could just be, a
mm,
group of enemies, or yeah, something. So in my, it 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 should feel pretty. I don't want to say generic, but something that feels like it could work for anywhere inside of Insignia.
mm.
If you like, I can give you a more specific brief on that, and some references, like we have done with the other tracks here, and that would be easy for next week too.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to work on that as well.
Okay, no problem. Let me write down some of this. Da-da-da-da. Okay, for now that will do. Okay, cool. Well, if you've got stuff to do over the weekend until Monday, I'm happy to let you go at it. And then, yeah, I'll have more of a brief for next week.
Cool. Sounds
Cool.
good.
Thanks, Morgan.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Okie dokie. Chat, I'm feeling like it might be the end of my stream. I think I'm not able to keep my attention where it needs to be. Oh, we're already there. I guess I'll just put that at the top. That's a lot of red circles. Although this has been delegated. This has been delegated too. Hey, Ed Conky, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, I'm just feeling terrible. I mean, just terrible in the sense of like, just my body is not cooperating. I just feel foggy, like super flat. Sprites, enemy. All right. Thank you everybody for checking out the stream today. I will be back, I promise, on Monday. Hopefully much healthier. Shall we find someone to raid? Bad cop. Deleted Windows. I'd like to delete Windows. So, if you like the content, you should wishlist Insignia, because that helps us out massively. And that's it. That's the stream. As always, I've been Adam. You've been the Pixel Pals. This has been the Indie Tales Game Dev live stream. Until next time. Bye.